Alright, here we go. Quick and easy. Hosting the offloader locally. Show you the equipment we're working on. Little TV, PC. 1.76 up high, 3.55 on the gray down low, 2 terabyte external RGH, PS3, Rex decks. Let's do this. I have to shrink down the window so you guys can see. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have the offloader master zip, the offloader master. Then you'll want to extract the offloader master to your desktop. Same thing with the PS4 kernel hooks helper. This is what I like to use. A lot of people like to use other stuff. This is what I like to use. Double click on your offloader folder. You should have these folders in these files in your offloader folder. First thing I want to do is hold the shift key, right click on the local folder, and open a PowerShell window here. Drag this down here. Command is going to be node server.js. Enter. And as you can see, we are serving in the directory, and now we are hosting the offloader master on port 5054. Next, what we would like to do is open up our web browser and put in the IP of our PC. If you need your IP, you could go into command, type in ipconfig, and get your IPv4 address. Mine happens to be so semicolon after your IP 5054. That's your port that you're locally hosted on. You want to hit enter. There you go. There's a black screen. There's the tab. That's your loader. You're locally hosted on your loader. If I click down here, there's your node showing that we're local on port 504. How did we access that? Through the web browser. 192.168.0.2 semicolon 5054. Here's your loader. Here's the black screen. Again, this isn't going to be the same for everybody. You have to go into your command and get your IPv4 IP address. You can figure out how to do that online anywhere. We'll keep moving on this. Next, we're going to move up to the PS4. This is going to be kind of hard to do with one hand. So I'm going to show you. Here's my controller. There's me. So keep this all legit. Just show you one time. There we go. We're clicking in here, moving the controller away. And here we go. First thing I do, I'll go into the web browser. And you never want to have your loader loaded up right away. I'll close your windows. Delete all your loaders. When it does that, it loads all your windows. Delete all those. Hit this again. I usually go to settings. I'll delete cookies. Okay, clear web data. Okay, that's usually enough to do it. We'll go back. And you always want to try to have it on a playground. I don't know which one I want to use. Let's see, which one do we have? Okay, we'll use this one. There's our playground. We'll scroll down. Okay, there's where it shows your WebKit. We're all good there. Now what we're gonna try to do is go triangle, go over up to your web browser, and you're gonna want to clear that. Now the key to this loader is make sure you have the HTTP like that, or it will not work. A lot of people can't get it to work because of the HTTP. I've noticed happened to me. Just make sure the HTTP is there before you put in the address. So here we go. Mine's 192. You can see it as we go along. Again, yours will be whatever's on your computer, on your IPv4. I have all that there. I'm gonna hit the R2 to go. And there you go. We are now in level 5 system call. And we are calling. We are loaded down low. We're hosting locally. And we are awaiting our payload. Alright, I'm gonna move back down to the computer. Oh, shit, I just dropped the controller. Don't drop your control when you do this. It's not good. And I'm trying to readjust and get the controller I just dropped. Okay. Now what we're gonna do on the PC here. We're gonna do on the PC here. And we can put our loader. You can keep it in the corner if you want to make sure it's there. A lot of you guys like to make sure you got your black screen there. I'll go back into my ALF loader folder, which I extracted my PS4 kernel hooks helper to. I extracted it inside my ALF loader folder. So this PS4 kernel hooks, I extracted into the ALF loader folder. We'll click on this. We can look in here, and here it is. The first thing we're going to want to do with these files is go to our PS4 IP. Here's your PS4 IP. Double click on that, and then you're going to want to put your IP in there. Your IP of your PS4, whatever your PS4 IP is, you put in here. And then you're going to want to go to File, Save. Save it, leave it in there. And you will have it to have acquired your kernel hooks. Your kernel hooks are basically your payloads that are used to load. In my kernel hooks I use, here's the USB kernel hooks, HDD kernel hooks, and the kernel hooks if you're going to load out of OSK or OKS, whatever it is. I usually use the one from the USB. You can see in there's my ALF file. I already have my ALF file in there. Normally you just drag it over. Make sure you have your IP set. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to run the bat file. There's a bat file here. All you're going to do is double click on the bat, it'll run. Now let me just downsize it so you can see. There's still my black loader running in the background here. There's my loader still running. This all needs to be still running. There's my PS4 kernel hooks. Again, my kernel hooks, if you're wondering, is already in the folder. Here's the kernel hooks that we're going to be executing. Needs to be in the folder. Our kernel hooks. Scroll that down. It's already in the folder right here. It tells me S to send. Now there's a few things that can happen here when I hit S to send. We'll watch it. If I hit S to send and it accepts, then I'll get another line to get listening, and you'll see what happens when it listens. If it doesn't accept, we'll have to go back up here to the PS4 and reload our system call. So right now I got S down below and there's our PS4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit S to send the file. Oops, I have two S's in there. Yep, I can't see. S, there's my PS4. I'm gonna hit enter. It says sending kernel hooks. As you can see, I didn't air out. I'm still up there, which is a great sign. If you air out, you'll have to go back and delete all your bookmarks and etc. Reload your loader and try again. Right now it looks like it accepted my kernel hook. So now what I'll do is I'll type L to listen. And this is how you'll know if your loader loads. So I hit L, gives me a new line. I hit L again, hit enter. There you go. There's your loader up and running. There's your PS4 loader screen still running. Let me back up so you can see it all. There's my name, don't wear it out. There's the loader. Now what I want to do is come over here, grab this PS4 controller again. I'm gonna set you on this PS4 screen, try to hold it still while I do this. So what we're gonna want to do now is hit the PS4, the middle button on the PS4, and go over to the playroom. Now when you go to load the playroom, whatever you have on your HDD, assuming you have the proper files to load, you should be able to go ahead and load. If something pops up saying you need to update a 5.01, just hit the center button, go back out, and you can delete that right away and go back into the game. So here we go. I'm going to hit X on the playroom to see what happens. Update later, of course. Pain in the butt. And there's that stupid software version. There's everything crack-a-lacking. Where we are cracking. And there's the hardware running. 176. There's the blue light. We don't want no jokers. We're all connected here. I don't know what game I have in the folder. I think it's Knack. Thanks to Hidodama and all the devs for great firmware. I can't wait. I love building the payloads. This is amazing. This is just simply freaking amazing. Again, thanks to all the devs. It's been fun. Oh shit. Oh, let me show you what you guys can do if it starts downloading that file, because it's a pain in the butt. Just close out of there with the PS button. Go up to notifications. Go down to downloads. Go over. Options. Just delete that puppy. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. There's a spoof out there, payload, but I think it's only to 5.0. Hopefully some of the devs can get it up to, I heard there's a 9.0. I ain't found it, but I know there's one. Thanks again. You just go back in the playroom if you want to go back to the game. I'll show you that. Just like that. Boom. Press any button. There you go. It's actually a pretty fun game. I jammed it for a little bit. Thanks. Been great. Oh shit. Ow.